Hello and welcome back to the Flux campaign. I'm Dom. Usually I play Anoran, the elf cleric, but today I will be DMing again. Um, uh, without further ado, let's get into some introductions.
I'm Sarah. I play Isabel, Kyle, Axel, and Flick. Multiple personalities wrapped into one body.
I am Eric, and I play Lokar, the Turtle Paladin / Warlock. I'm currently working on leveling up to 7 with my level 2 Warlock, so that's fun. Yeah, that's me.
My name's Charlie. I play Bardus, the Goliath Barbarian. He is, a barbarian and 1-level rogue, and needs to also level, and I'm being massively indecisive on where that's going to go, so yeah.
I'm Steve, and I played the roguish dark half-elf Theus, and I'm looking forward to my next level of rogue and maybe gain some fighter in.
Alright, so that's everybody. So last time we did some, I think the best way to describe it is Groundhog Day shenanigans. We're trying to get, a situation just right, but we got some more information, and now we're heading back home to Flux. Or are we?
I think we were already back in Flux, but just barely.
Yeah, just barely. And guess what? You're not anymore. I apologize. I had some coffee later on in the day than I should have, and I'm still kind of feeling the buzz of it. So, essentially, as you materialize in Flux, you're just like on the cusp of feeling solid ground underneath your feet. You're breathing this air again. All that's like starting to come back to all y'all, and then you feel a familiar pull. And once again, you're drawn back into the space between the traveling dimension, or whatever, people perceive it to be. And you see, once again, a very, very reflective lake.
No, wait, I had to go use the bathroom! Oh.
Sucks for you, nerd.
I guess I'll just go in the lake.
All right, so you'll notice that this time, instead of just being completely empty, reflective lakiness, you're actually next to a pillar. It's not from what you can tell, it's a taller one than you were before, and off to the side, literally standing midair at a 90-degree angle, is Lars.
Oh, this guy again.
Whoa, how did I get here? What happened?
Bardus?
Oh, hi.
How did you get here?
I literally just asked that. Were you not listening?
Welcome back.
But I'm looking for an answer.
Yeah, and Lokar stands up and just kind of like shakes his head and go, "Ugh, I was having the best dream, and then now I'm here."
Where are we now?
Uh-oh. What color are eyes?
Like
Roll for personality.
You got Flick. Why are we here? I want to go home now. Let's go home now.
You will return home once you complete the next task.
Oh, good. I'm great. Another task. So what happened? How long? I hate this portal stuff. When could we be done with it?
I'm with you, Bardus. I'm so thrown right now. Where are we again? Is this Oh yeah, and I pull out the sword and kind of just be like, "Aha! I think I have a key."
You have one of the keys.
Oh.
That key worked in the previous part of the facility.
All right. So, is the next facility going to be similar?
Yes, but no.
Well, at least it's on point and consistent.
In this one, you will have to face my children.
Aren't those the dragon things that we saw last time in the tanks?
Well, technically, last time you did. I don't know if you did. You guys see
Okay.
them? I
We
don't
saw
think.
the tanks. I don't think we saw. I think
No.
we kept seeing the rattle under the surface.
Yeah. Oh, that's something different. I mean, yes, sure.
Okay.
So Lars essentially, switches his center of gravity, and now he's gently floating above the lake water, a couple inches, upright. Um, he sticks his hands out again, and his spear, appears there, and it crackles with arcane energies, purple energies like arcs and such, and he taps the pillar next to you.
Nobody in this group would recognize arcane energy.
So
Nope.
purple stuff
Pretty.
purple stuff comes out of his spear, and you're like, oh, ooh, ah.
We're a bunch of religious and fighter types here.
We're simple, folks.
Nature natural.
So the energy courses through the pillar again, and you see a door. The energy lines outline a door shape, and it takes, actually solidifies into a shape. A similar symbol, the circle with the diamond in the middle, appears, and the door opens.
Thanks, doorman.
You are welcome.
That wasn't legit. I was quoting a movie.
You're still welcome.
Okay. Lokar just kind of stands up straight, kind of stretches and kind of cracks his neck a little bit, kind of wivels it around. Just kind of, well, if we're gonna do this, I guess we should just go get this over with.
There's still so much to do. But thank you for your aid.
Well, it's not like we got a choice. Let's get it over with.
As we all
Yeah.
just humdrum into this building.
Y'all just like, okay.
Ugh.
I could
Another
really use a
one.
long rest.
We're all gonna get old walking across this log.
Some people got long rests last time.
All right, so you guys all make your ways into the pillar.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have, I
well.
guess, led the group because I was just gonna. Lokar's kind of tired of bullshitting around, and he's just gonna run or walk right in.
I hide behind the turtle.
But I have my shield and sword at ready.
All right, so we're just gonna go through a quick version of what happened last time. Y'all walk in. It's a featureless round room except for murals. This time, the murals depict a different thing. If you look at it right across from the entrance, you see the dragon shape. That's what's held in most prominent. Very simplistic but very large image of a dragon, very wide outspread wings, and around him you see smaller shapes, humanoid but with like a similar head, just like rows and rows of this. And if you look to your left and right, you'll notice that these little smaller figures are all facing a depiction of some. It's hard to describe. It's like abstract shapes, but it seems like they're forming like a shield wall against them. But that's the last of the mural. That doesn't depict anything else.
So the statues are forming a shield wall against the mural.
No, no, no. The mural, and this is all still part of the same. I'm sorry, it's part of the same mural.
Oh, okay.
So basically, dragon shape and then smaller shapes below the giant dragon shape, but they all have they're humanoid, but they all have like dragon heads. And then the mural surround is basically on the surrounding walls. And as the further you get away from the center, the more like a shield wall or a phalanx forms. And it's basically this phalanx in the murals is faced against these like really weird abstract shapes.
Interesting.
So, Lars, taps on the ground again with his staff, and you feel like yourselves moving. Once again, it's really, really hard to know what direction you are actually going in.
So, are we moving, or is the dungeon moving around us?
What is going on?
That is the question.
You know what? I'm done drinking at that bar at the library. It's messing with me. There's a
Books and booze don't mix.
Now I know why they were separate buildings.
and I slammed the rest of the tankard that I was holding since I just got transported out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, you brought supplies. You brought the important things.
littering and.
So, finally, uh, the room stops moving, and where the giant dragon figure in the mural was being depicted, a door forms out of lines of light, and it slides open.
Nothing ominous about a door made out of a mural of a dragon.
No, no, no.
If I were a betting man, that's a boss fight in there.
Who goes
what?
first?
I assume that Lokar would probably go first.
All right, so as you make your way out the door and into this room, it does the same thing many of the other rooms did, where lights on the sides of the wall, both top near the ceiling and bottom by the floor, flicker into into life. And what you see is a image of carnage.
From
It's
Venom?
I was about to say, really?
Yeah, y'all is funny. But no, not that carnage, not that carnage. Basically, it's a 50 by 50 room, and what you see, I mean, the walls and everything, they look about as aged as, ancient as everything else in this facility has, but you see strewn across figures, like half reptilian, black scaled, and half humanoid, strewn across the room, and pieces eviscerated, disemboweled, all that stuff. There's about five of those figures, and there's two other figures. They look more metallic. They're oddly shaped. They have a very large chest area. You can't, and they do have a head portion. But it looks like it's not separate from the chest area. It looks more like, it's like a shoulders and chest section. But and while that chest area is very large and broad, they kind of have long and thin arms, but they kind of look like really strangely made robots, is what I'm trying to get at.
Isn't this similar to the room we saw the last time?
No, that was a different robot.
Oh, okay.
And also that one was completely rusted over. All of these bodies, they look like fresh. Like super, super fresh. The stench is overwhelming. And it looks, despite everything else in the room, looking like it's been a while. So, these bodies and these scrap heaps look really, really recently killed.
Are these robots still like the really big sized ones, or are they more human sized?
Um, they're not big size. They're essentially you from what you well, essentially they're as tall as Bardus and slightly broader.
So Juggernaut Warforges.
Yeah, except, like I said, the chest and the waist area, they're a bit bulkier, while their arms and their legs are kind of thin. Though they do have some wicked looking claws on their hands, but these things have been wrecked to crap.
So are they active? Or no, you said they've been completely like dismembered.
Yeah, this is basically the aftermath of a big ass battle.
Who left all these Warforged parts around?
And all the bodies.
What? How? Oh,
That smell.
smell.
I'm gonna start walking through.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I would. Is there an obvious exit or?
There is on the other side of the room, basically right opposite to you. But outside of the carnage, you see one more thing. You see kind of like it almost looks like a strange combination of a desk and a bar. I'm just gonna say, just for the sake of completeness, I'm gonna say it's like a futuristic desk, and on it seems to be a round disc with a metal outline and what seems to be like a strange glass. You would think it looks almost like a smaller version of the daises that you dealt with when doing the puzzle at the end of the last dungeon.
Well, I got the sword last time we were here, so if somebody else wants to grab that thing on the desk.
Bardis,
I'll
I'm just
take
going to
it.
start rummaging through the remains and seeing what the hell all this stuff actually is.
I will investigate the desk since I am.
All right, just to get Bardis, I'm guessing you're looking at the bodies and everything. Um, the lizard people, the lizard-like people, the reptilians, you notice that they have like metal grafted onto their bodies. It's not quite armor. There's like metal jammed into their forearms, across their chest. Their bellies are exposed, and they have some metal that looks like it's been embedded inside their heads. Each and every one of them, each and every single one of them is black scaled reptilian. They look almost draconian, but it's like they look like a very strange mash of man, machine, and reptile.
I am sorry I started looking. I poke at the metal. Is it look like when you say jam? Do you mean like
Looks
sort
like some sort
of
of
surgically
it,
added, or talking about like someone threw off a frag grenade or something, and now they have shards of metal
no,
just sticking?
like surgically attached. This is like embedded in their flesh. This is not like something just jammed in there. This one was attached, if not jammed, but definitely like riveted in.
None of this looks natural. What is this all? Like, who would do this? Why would you attach metal to yourself like this? Like armor?
Lars suddenly is there, right behind you. He
Oh,
basically
hello, hi.
says, "They are my blood. They were used. They were used. They were
This is your
used.
blood?
They are of my blood. Many children were made. Many children were taken from me. They A vanguard. Against what? What were they? They were made to fight something. Forgive me. It's a haze. Something. I'm. I'm not there yet. All I know is that my children were made for war. He kind of like is looking between all the reptilian bodies at least, and you can see his hand, his free hand is doing his weird twitch again, where he's like, you can tell he's like thinking about something very, very rapidly, but he doesn't say anymore.
That's okay. I'm sufficiently enough confused.
Yeah, I'm going to investigate that desk.
All right, so Theus, you come across, you go to the desk, and it is bare except for that like miniature version of that dais.
I will investigate and try to work the dais.
Okay, so as soon as you touch it, it basically springs to life. Essentially, it floats up. It floats above the desk for a second. There's this strange beam of light. It essentially goes completely vertical, and it's like facing you, the glass piece. And you see several, like an LED, where several of the diodes. There's like diodes inside, and some of them start lighting up, and a beam of light comes out of it, and it basically moves up and down your body.
Like it's scanning me or something.
Yes. And there's some beeps, there's some boops, and then essentially it floats over to which is your dominant arm?
My right hand.
Okay, so you're right-handed, so it floats over to your left forearm, and essentially it stays there.
I start waving my arm.
It's basically it's like the thing is glued to your arm. It's just like half an inch above it, but as you're swinging your arm, you notice that what looks like a strap of light, basically hard light, is around your forearm, and that thing is attached to you now.
Flick pokes her head out from behind Lokar and goes, "Is that a bomb?"
Bomb! Bomb!
It was what a bomb. Whoa, what?
That thing that just attached to Theus. It looks like a bomb.
I start banging my arm against the edge of the desk.
Essentially, what happens is out of four corners of the disc, like triangle hard light comes out of it. It's each side is essentially triangular in shape, so you have like four triangles forming a diamond pattern, and it's essentially the size of a tower shield.
Oh, tradesies? Just delete your browser history before you give that to me.
Yeah, so basically as you start swinging it at the desk, suddenly this tower shield like light comes out of it, and as next time you try to swing it into the desk, like it catches on the side of one of these like triangular wings, so to speak, and you can't like move it forward because essentially it's like a solid piece of wood or metal that's coming out of it now. Though you notice it hasn't increased in weight. In fact, you don't really feel like there's any weight to it at all.
I was going to say, that's good, because my strength probably isn't good enough to lift a tower shield.
Yeah, so essentially you get this thing, and just put it down as well, we're level 7 now, as a +2 magical shield.
What?
Hey, we're level 7 now, and we don't have a lot of magical equipment right now.
Yeah, but +1's still really good.
Oh yeah, well this one's going to be +2. It's a for sake of stats. It is a tower shield +2 magical tower shield, and essentially you can treat it as far as weight and as far as rules go, as a buckler.
Okay, I don't think they really do tower shields in 5th edition anymore.
No,
Really?
it's just shield. Shield's flat
So-
+2.
So it's a shield is a flat +2 and add a +2 bonus. It's a total of +4.
Okay. Really, I didn't know that they didn't do tower shields anymore.
Yeah. They made they took away some customization of items just to make it more streamlined for new players. So now
No.
you just get a shield.
Now the
Okay.
real question with that shield is what kind of action does it take to stow or don or doff, as it would be the official one? 'Cause
Well,
it takes a round to...
considering that Steve is still trying to figure out the mechanism of it,
it takes a round.
I'm gonna. I say it's you have to do a move action.
Yeah, I can see it as being a move action trying to figure it out. But this is an assumption that once he figures it out, it'll probably be like the spell shield self,
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
which is a reaction. Okay, but for now, move action. Got it.
I still think
Shit.
it's a bomb.
Shit, that's still better because it's a whole action to do a regular shield. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so are you still flailing around? Are you still flailing around like a panicking person?
No, I stop and I just kind of watch it, and I'm like, this reminds me of a spell I've seen people use in the past, but I'm not using magic, and it's just on my arm. What is this?
That thing doesn't look stable.
Well, it doesn't look like a bomb.
Are you pointing at Theus or the thing on his wrist?
Yes.
All right, Steve, do you observe it? Do you do anything else with it?
I'll just try to calm down, is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try to calm down.
Alright. Still stay at a range because I Flick could be right.
I calm down and I relax my arm. Put it
Okay,
down to my side.
so as your heart rate calms down, as you calm down, the wings still stay open, but more noise starts from it, and different diodes on the shield start lighting up.
Bomb!
They get faster and faster and faster, and then suddenly another beam of light bursts out of it. It's
Can I ready an action to try not to die?
Sure, you can ready an action to try not to die. The beam of light, instead of like scanning anything, the beam of light fractures into many smaller lights, and in front of you stands what looks like a person made out of light.
Whoa, did someone summon some divine archon or something? What the hell?
What?
It's a humanoid shape made of light. I've heard stories about this. They're from another plane. They're divine beings.
The person of light starts talking.
Shh. Words of wisdom from the divine.
This is
Or a ghost. Or spirit of some sort.
Oh, you're right. It could be a ghost.
This is
It's a ghost.
I've never seen a spirit like this in a humanoid form.
Yeah. This is Chief Scientist Trent Whispers. R&D division of the Oblivion Project. Oh, I guess I don't really have that title anymore. We failed. If it's anybody listening to this, Lars, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. What we did to you, Takara, I'm so sorry. We thought we won. We thought we ended everything, but it's still sleeping down there. You're the only one. You're the only one that can stop it. Just, if you're hearing this, I'm so sorry. The dais, I've modified it. The magic, it can be turned on. It's a shield. You can use it. It can stop so many things. I wish I had more time to explain, but they're outside. They're gonna get me, and I just wanted to say I was sorry, Lars. You were right. And then suddenly, the person disappears. Steve, you notice that Lars is like directly behind you.
Ah!
He's
Hey, buddy.
he's not moving, but his hands have stopped, and like he's as still as a statue. You're just like you're questioning whether or not he's alive or not.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? And I go to raise my hand with the shield on it, stop, and then raise my other hand and like try to tap him on the shoulder. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
That's the other prisoner. That's
Other prisoner.
the haze. The cycles.
Haze.
That's what we were trying to stop, the cycles. The death. No, it was the birth. That's why. That's why they needed me. That's why they needed my blood. Did they need my blood? He kind of like his whispers are getting quieter and quieter, and eventually just goes completely silent again.
Okay, I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's another door.
There's a door. It's like I said, it's right across from the entrance that you guys came in. It's like right next to the desk.
Oh, well, I'm already mostly there. I will go to the door.
You hear some sort of inhuman like sound followed by horrific metallic grinding, and then the sound of not unlike a meat being split apart and blood splattering on the wall.
I back away from the door. So, did anyone else hear that?
Oh, everybody heard it. You don't even need a perception check for that.
Let's see. I think I was already kind of by the door anyhow.
Yeah. Wow.
So, how about we just skip this door, guys? Let's go.
Is there another door?
There's not another door.
Do
There's
we go
only
back
the door
to the door we came in?
That door is closed.
We don't.
I'm gonna slap face on the back and say, "You got the tower shield. Go ahead."
What? I'm not trained with this.
Well, it's yours
It's
now.
a bomb. You go.
You stand between two hulking figures, one turtle, one Goliath, both holding shields.
With the little half elf between the two of them, who's scared and is like, I don't want to go. And you're like, oh, you're going to go.
You first.
You're a brave
Welcome to the
boy.
front of the line, little guy.
You're a brave boy.
I'm a rogue. I'm a rogue.
Good. Stealth your way in there.
Quietly shield your way.
With the shining light shield, sneak in there.
Hey, with a nat 20, you could do it.
Booyakasha.
Oh no!
Okay.
That hasn't gone wrong ever.
Okay. Do you make your way
Well, I
through the
guess-
threshold?
I guess I have two very large, imposing figures saying I should, so I guess I will.
You just got voluntold.
All right. So
I
I will-
did.
I
Subtle
will
high
follow
five.
closely behind.
Yeah. Same here, but subtle high five to Lokar.
Yeah, definitely.
Fist bump.
Whoa, not too close behind. I'm still attached to the turtle.
Then I'm behind you.
All right. So as you make your way through the door, you notice that you are on a bridge. The door is, door is 5 foot wide. It lets through one person, but as you walk through the door, you notice you're in the center of a bridge that is like 15 feet across. It's a very long bridge, and you see on either side of the walls like more murals. They're lit up by, by a light source that you cannot for the life of you locate.
What kind of bridge is it?
It's a solid stone bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you said 15 feet across, I thought you meant like it was only 15 feet to get across the bridge, and then you said
No,
it
no,
was a
it's
large bridge, and I'm like, what?
It's a 15 feet wide. It's width, 15-foot width.
All right. Well, are we able to see the other side of the bridge?
You kind of see it. It's like it's a ways off, but you can see another wall off in the distance.
Well, I guess there's only one way to go. I move towards the bridge.
All right, you start walking down it.
Yep.
I'm
Sure.
bringing
why
up the
not?
rear.
All right. Anybody looking around, just like making your way downtown, or?
Oh no! Of course, I am definitely keeping my eye out for anything that could go wrong since I'm going out front. Since
All
I
right.
was voluntold.
They're doing great.
Maybe you should look for traps, rogue.
Can I look for
Yeah.
traps?
You can look for traps.
What do you want me to roll for my trap checking?
I don't know, perception.
11.
You don't find any traps.
It's all clear.
God.
We're gonna die today.
You are. Thank you for the booyakasha.
Just picture Flick holding onto the back of Lokar, and every so often you just see her little head poke out, like making comments because she's just absolutely terrified. This whole thing.
Okay, since you
Except
guys
I'm in
are
the back and I see the whole thing.
so you guys you guys move forward. I'm assuming you're just looking around because really the only thing that's the bridge around the bridge is on on the walls, that run parallel to the bridge. You see different murals on your left-hand side. You see a similar depiction to the one you saw in the main entrance. A dragon in the center and several smaller, dragon-headed humanoids. On the other one, you see a like that one. The one on the left is very much intact. The one on the right, you notice that there's cracks. There's pieces of the wall missing, and it depicts like more of those abstract shapes in the center. At least, like once you're like halfway through past the bridge, through the bridge, you get to the center of the mural on the left hand side of that depicts the dragon, and right across right opposite on the opposite wall, it looks like something else was depicted, but the wall there is like shorn and scratched and cracked and missing. You cannot tell what the dragon was supposed to be facing.
That's ominous. Guess I'll keep
Yeah.
crossing the bridge.
Alrighty.
What's under the bridge?
You don't know because you can't see for down that far.
Okay. I was just curious if there was like water, lava,
An endless abyss.
plasma.
Niet, nothing like that. You cannot see to the bottom.
Oh, it's vodka because it's Russian. Okay.
No, it is not vodka.
I will jump.
I was going to say, don't tell Barnes that. He'll jump in there.
I'm
He
in.
would too. He would too. He's like sold. That's what he won. He just won D&D. He found his treasure.
We call that a victory by default.
Yes.
Oh.
Hey. All right, so you make your way to the bridge. You make your way to the bridge, through the bridge, I should say. I'm sorry. And
Across the bridge,
yes.
Over the bridge
through the woods.
to grandmother's house we go.
Oh, it's not
This
grandma.
doesn't look like a pleasant way to Grandma's house.
No, it does not.
Doesn't look like Grandma's house.
Maybe Grandpa's house.
Maybe.
All right, so you make your way across the bridge, and you are at the threshold of another door. There's no well, I shouldn't say door, an opening. It's in the same shape as the doors, but there's no actual door on it.
I inspect the sides to see if the doors were removed by force.
There were no doors in the first place, it looks like.
Hmm.
Wait, what do we pull up to?
So it's a
It's an
door
archway.
with no wait. It's a doorway, but no door.
Yeah, it's a doorway. I couldn't think of the word. I apologize.
An
Alright.
entrance, an archway.
Yeah, so a path forward.
Yes.
Out of everything else you've described tonight, you couldn't think of that word?
I'm sorry. Sometimes you brain fart on the simplest of things.
It's a door that's perfectly intact but slightly off its hinges.
Exactly.
But it has no hinges.
It's a jar.
And no door.
It's not a jar, it's a door.
Oh, the puns. The puns.
All right, I guess I'm following Theus, so
I'm
Well,
behind.
they-
I'm
stop,
attached
stop.
to the turtle. So.
I think we've established our marching order.
I'm watching Flick poke out, but the whole time she's just latched on to a shell.
And there's ropes back there, so it's not that bad.
Do we hear any more disturbing sounds on our path ahead?
You do not. Actually, you know what? No. Roll me a perception.
You know, oh wait, it's 15 feet wide. I could walk next to Lokar.
You could.
I'll do that.
That is a 15.
Okay, I'll give it to you because they're not trying to be stealthy or anything. You hear some very raspy breathing.
Grandma.
God, there's breathing up ahead. We should,
Okay, lots of things breathe.
knowing what we know about these sorts of places, we should sneak in.
Okay, you're the sneaky one. We're not.
Have you
Alright,
seen
I'll
the turtle?
I will try to sneak ahead with my giant glowing shield.
Is it out right now?
I
That's
don't
what
know,
she
is it
said?
out? I mean, it could be.
Put it away.
And he reaches in his pants and grabs the bone handle.
Everyone names it something. I'll try to sneak in. Is the shield still out?
The shield is still out and active, yes.
Alright, well, I will try to sneak regardless.
Is there light through the archway? Is it lit up? Is it dark?
There is. It's very dim.
Oh, here's a good question. Does the shield give off light?
It does.
Are we talking like just
We
an
ain't
iridescent?
sneaking in.
Are we talking like an iridescent glow? Is it given like a 5-foot radius? What are we talking?
I'm gonna say like a glow stick.
All right. Well, I stand there a moment. I look at my arm and I just think, I need the shield to go away.
And you think that
I do.
with your thoughts.
I'm like, I could sneak. Yeah, with my ass.
Well, if you do it with your
There's-
well, if you do it with your butt,
Put your ass away.
Yes, I know
If
you
you-
don't have training, but take it from me. That's not how you do it.
all right.
So I'm not like forcing my will into it, thinking I want it to go away. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, I wish this would go away so I could sneak.
And it turns off.
What? What's it?
It listened to
I
you.
look at the others and I point at my arm like, it's gone.
Quick question: are you doing this like at the doorway?
Yes,
Okay, so
because we were all at the doorway.
but are you
so
like actually?
stealth went out the window.
No, that's what I'm asking. Are you actually doing this weird dance in front of the doorway?
With his ass out, shield up.
No, I did not actually pull my ass out.
But you
Bone
are.
handle there.
But I
I just
I
imagine
am-
like a tribal dance from like the African wilderness where they had like those big shields and masks on. He's just dancing, trying to put the shield away.
I was standing there. I was thinking about it. It happened, and I turned to the group and I go, and I point at my arm and I'm like, "Look, it's gone. Look, it's gone."
Okay, but
You're
just
no
to be-
fun.
But just to be clear, you are not in front of the doorway.
We are in front of the doorway.
Well,
Okay.
you haven't
inspected
stepped
the
through.
doorway.
Did you step through the threshold? I think is what he's asking.
No.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Do roll me your stealth check if you want to go through the.
Ah, big money. All right, that is a 23.
Wow.
Okay. Give me a moment, please.
He needs a moment.
He needs a moment.
Is he calculating like trigonometry, trying to figure out what line of sight and line of hearing are?
All right. You're pretty sure
Decided to take
nothing. You're
itself.
pretty sure nothing notices you.
What do I notice with my elf eyes?
It is hella dark in here, but
That's
you see
great, 'cause I have dark
two.
vision.
I know. You see two shapes with their backs to you, standing and huffing and puffing, and on the ground and everything. You see, more bodies and another one of those like mechanical humanoids. Well, to you, oversized warforged on the ground as well. But the two standing figures are very similar in size, stature, and looks to the bodies you saw in the room earlier.
The lizard folk.
Yes.
I'm gonna sneak on back to the rest of the group. Unless they followed me in.
No, we would have let you sneak ahead to look at it.
Yeah, no, you're doing great.
I'm gonna move on back to the doorway, cross the threshold, and tell the group
And
that-
boom.
And tell the group, hey, so you know all those dead lizards we saw in the other room? There's two in there.
They're
Is-
dead.
They don't look friendly. No, they're alive.
Is that all that's in there?
More bodies.
Hmm. Well, maybe that's what we're here for, is to take those things out.
Wait, they're the lizard. Wait, which ones are they? The lizard ones?
The lizard ones.
I thought Lars had mentioned that those were his kin or of his blood. So
He might have said that, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to attack us.
Which doesn't mean we can't go in not friendly. I mean, if they're his kin, let's not piss off the god. I want to go home.
I'm not saying we should attack them. I'm just letting you know there's two big lizard guys in there and they don't look too friendly.
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and talk to them?
Well, I mean, you are closer to the race than the rest of us.
And I'm a little more charismatic, I think, than some in this group. And besides, I have a new trick. I can see in darkness now.
Ah.
Because that's going to help your diplomacy.
No, but at least I can see them when I walk in the room. I'm not walking in blind.
Like I will be.
Yes.
Me too. No dark vision.
Tell me, just how charismatic were you when chopping off orc heads?
Oh, that wasn't a matter of charisma. That was a matter of revenge. Different situations. All right, I'm gonna go talk to these lizards.
All right, so you walk into the room.
Yeah, and I'll advise everybody else to follow maybe 10, 15 feet behind me.
I'm attached to his back, so I go too.
Okay,
Interesting.
You can stand behind me.
I don't know if I believe he can be as charismatic as he says he can. I will follow him.
Okay. I walk in and I wait until I can see that they're within like eye/ear shot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna yell out, "Hail, friends!"
Okay, so the two of them like turn on a dime, and they look at you. You can see that their eyes are glowing red, though not by any. You don't think it's like by any sort of like magic, because they have these weird like things, almost like spheres or monocles, perhaps telescopes in their eyes, and those are what's glowing red. So they turn on a dime, they look at you, they're holding what looks like combat batons, and they hiss, growl, roar, and charge at you.
It's always my diplomacy things that always get me killed.
This happened before.
As
what
I
was
see
his
them
name?
charge, I just
Tatham?
Yeah, thanks.
As they start to charge, I just go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and start trying to swing my arm again.
How far away are they?
They're about 30 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. So they're not that far away. So their charge is probably going to be instantaneous here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, did you? I don't think you prepared an action to be defensive or anything, right?
I mean, I definitely went in kind of. I did not prepare an action to be defensive. No.
Okay. So they get their surprise round. So
Well, we're not surprised by them.
We can see them charging us.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but did you expect such a?
I mean, I think we definitely went in with a plan to talk, but ready in case they charge.
Okay.
I used to trust shit.
Maybe just throw them at the top of the initiaation.
Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll throw them at.
I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Everybody, roll your initiative.
I got a 17.
Oh my gosh.
That's good with a -1.
I got a 22.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good.
19.
My backpack got a higher initiative than me.
Pretty much. Is this one of those like things where I can pull out the little bow and like hide behind him and shoot like a little like gun?
Probably not, but I'll let the DM decide that one.
How fast is your rate of fire?
Rule of cool.
I like how she's asking if she can use me as a defensive mechanism, and he's asking how fast her gun shoots.
It's a short bow.
He provides what? At least like,
Yeah, but you'll need two
cover.
hands to navigate. If it was a crossbow, I'd almost see it because you could still hold on with one hand. But with a short bow, you're going to have both hands.
Hold on, let me look up specs for a crossbow.
Well, you can't just magically turn a short bow into a crossbow.
Shh.
What? Don't shoot me.
She rummages through your backpack for a crossbow.
She ain't going to find one. And my backpack's on my side, not on my back.
I got a 10 for initiative anyways.
One second. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave. Everybody, just keep your initiatives in your head. I'm gonna write them down a little bit, but I have a feeling that's a good place to call this session for right now. We're about to get into a battle, and let's start fresh at the next session. Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
Do you want us to announce our
teaser.
initiatives now and do that right now and then be ready?
Keep them in your head. We'll just give me your initiatives after the fact, and
My
I'll just.
head? What do you think I am? Some sort of a person that can go on break and remember what my initiative number was?
Yes, I do.
I'm writing that shit down. That was a good number.
The people listening don't know how often we do these. What if this isn't done?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they know that we record these in one sitting and then release a couple episodes. I'd hope they figured that out by now.
Only if
Bruh.
you tell them.
Bruh.
Now they know. Well, they'll
Bruh.
know in like the 2 to 3 weeks when this episode comes out.
That's fair.
Okay, fine. Give me your initiatives again. I'm sorry.
I got a 10.
Steve has a 10.
Lokar has a 17.
Lokar has a 17.
22 for Flick.
22 for Flick.
That was 21.
Bardis is 19.
Bardis is 19. Okay.
Still low. I got a nice roll and I still got low.
All right, so
Whoa.
tune in next time to see what more this mysterious dungeon can offer, and to see how well our band of adventurers fares against some really messed up dragon lizard folk. All right.
The Zolfos?
Yeehaw!
I wonder if it'd be an issue if that shield turned on while I was reaching for my bone handle.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.